Sick. So we are Monday evening, and I thought I might just do a quick little video, having a bit of fun with these. So yeah. So essentially, DXY, not really much to report on really. Same. Still that sort of momentum push up, sideways movement push higher. The next one is Euro AUD. Euro AUD essentially looks pretty good. I do like Euro AUD at the moment. What we have is this. If we go to the 4 hour, we do have this sort of impulsive move up. But what I do like is that we came to that override and kind of pushed lower. So if we can get 4 hour closed, I'm more than happy to see it as some sort of retrace, and then any sort of push down and flag might be some sort of selling territory. But really and truly, looking at this, I'm not really bothered. Expecting some sort of complications in this area, but like I said, we had the line in the sand that we were forecasting. It's no surprise that we did reject off it, because this was sort of the value zone that I was looking at. So we got to that point and then we just immediately rejected. Was there a buy? Yes, absolutely. There was a buying opportunity. Would I have been able to take it? Not really, because I wasn't awake. However, when I did wake, the price was slightly messy. It was a bit late in the move. So could I have capitalized that on a different time? Absolutely. It might have been one that I could have just been awake for, just considering where price was. However, it wasn't something that I was really wanting to entertain, because this could just form as something a little bit more complicated and push lower. So it wasn't something I was willing to entertain. The next one was AUD CAD. AUD CAD was also quite nice. We had this high, we came to the high, we created this sort of not so clean, but head and shoulders essentially, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then we sold it off. There was some sort of entries on the way. However, I was looking at it around about here, around about 9 o'clock, and there was definitely an entry in here. Was I going to take it? No. But definitely, I think it wasn't the cleanest and it wasn't something I was looking for. But what I did like was this, what we forecasted. So we had the 123 leading on the top of the 123, then we had a correction, and then we just squeezed down. And it's not nice that this correction was a part of that, but I thought, and I think I was looking for a little bit of perfection at this point, which is also my bad, because usually I look for the right shoulder to bypass the left, but in this case, we did meet with the close though, and we did break the close. So looking at here, we did meet with it on the close of the candles. However, I think I was just looking for perfection. I was looking for that third touch, and that was my fault. So lesson learned. But yeah, we pushed lower, and I think we're creating some sort of larger structure here. Perhaps maybe we have to read through the lines, but something like this, or something like that. Just there's some options in there. Definitely could be some cool trades, but definitely going to leave AUD CAD alone for a bit until we can really reveal its cards. Maybe a push low and then a push up, and then I can draw the line. Next one is USD Swiss. So USD Swiss, originally, I was looking at this as the hover. I really still like it. I think there's definitely a very good trade in there. I am potentially looking for a trade in there because of the sort of how we're developing and how we're building price. The third touch, there's enough for this to sell off, really and truly. So I think if I'm going to take this, yeah, for sure, I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this. Maybe a break and a small flag down here to sell. There might be some good opportunity. However, at this point, more interested in, will we get a third touch, and if we do, will it be during Asian session? Is it one to worth staying up for? Possibly. I mean, if I did stay up, I would probably stay up for a few pairs. I mean, it's definitely a night where I think staying up would be a bad shout, but this could just sell off, and then there'll be an abundance of opportunity regardless. But getting in this run is definitely a valuable zone. So yeah, the next one is Euro GBP. Euro GBP, obviously same situation. I think we are getting a bit complicated. Originally, I was looking for some sort of corrective squeeze like this, create a 1, 2, 3, lead up to the gap, and then we just sell off and continue with this point of sale zone, and then this becomes a large flag. However, at this point, I'm seeing expanding to go to this potentially this larger structure. So you know, it could get a little bit complicated. We could create this running channel, continue. There's a few variations on the table. However, at the moment, what I'm currently seeing is this expanding. So what we'd be looking for is this override and this third touch, potentially to even move up to this even higher structure of this 1-2-3. I believe this higher 1-2-3 would be a lot of nicer play, and we might even have some leading structure up to that. So who knows? We'll have to keep an eye on EG as well. GA looking much like the DXY. I think, you know, we've got this middle section we're pushing. We might create a flag over here, give it a couple of days, look for a sort of whip down, catch it in there, and we'll go. I think there'll be enough room to capitalize in there, but definitely got to keep an eye on this because, you know, the short is definitely still potentially on the table. However, with this corrective leg down, I wouldn't be surprised if this is sort of, you know, just basically trying to trick people and catch them out. So definitely still looking at buy, but being aware that we could be in this up. GBP New Zealand dollar, same situation, even though it's not the exact same structure. We are sort of looking at this expanding third touch, same as GA over here. And then potentially we could come down for another touch over here, even break this and come back up. So, you know, keep an eye on that. But I am looking for a larger flag in this zone. So you can see I've boxed out over here. Let's take out this head and shoulders forecast, and we've broken this trend. Okay, this trend has been broken impulsively, which I do like, and now that we're correcting, so I'm no surprise that over the evening we might correct, we might even create something, maybe even a two-touch. But right now we have been getting quite a few two touches, and that could be the sort of nature of this at the moment. But the characteristics I'm seeing is two touches at the moment, but you know, I'll be looking for the free touch because that's basically what I'll be looking for. So yeah, definitely going to keep my eye on that one. EuroCAD, one of the wild cards, definitely is a great value zone. You know, we come into this sort of zone here. Could we definitely expand? You know, this sort of section, absolutely. So don't want to just FOMO and get into a trade. You know, I would like to see this wick above, come back in, create a flag, head and shoulders, whatever it wants to do, and not get involved. So keeping that one definitely on watch. Not going to touch that yet. Definitely, these are nice log burners. This is a free touch coming up, so definitely what we were forecasting. Just at least we're getting that potential structured approach, which I like. You know, we're not getting a trickling sort of corrective approach, we're getting a structured approach, and a structured approach is a little bit more valuable in my eyes. So if we can get that push up, that push down, push back up, come in for that third touch, override, whatever the situation, I'm in for the money there. So that's something I'll be looking for. And if we just continue impulsing, create a flag and go, well, it's gameplay. Obviously, bearing in mind we have got some upcoming news coming, so that's another one to be aware of. No surprise when we're moving into that new zone anyway. Create some volatility, right? And then larger flag on GCAD, similar to GBPA, GBP New Zealand. Aussie New Zealand, I don't think it's really shaping up yet. I think, you know, we are correcting here on the daily, we're correcting on the 4-hour, we'll be correcting for quite a long time, and then, you know, just looking over here. So what we could potentially see is this as the fine line bottom, really and truly. With impulse up, create a flag, impulse out of this continuation and carry on, and we could be in for a very nice run. It's premature for me to get involved now, so definitely be monitoring it. And this will be one that I believe I could be monitoring into the end of this week, maybe Friday, or it could even be Wednesday, Thursday. But I think there'll definitely be some trades shaping up. It could even lead me into next week, depending on what happens. But I think I'm feeling long on this at the moment. You know, how price action is, how we have that nice little rejection over there. You know, this could potentially go long, and I think that would be a really nice play. Even if we do come and complete this head and shoulders, that would be really nice. So definitely got to wait and see what happens over there. Euro, Japanese yen, we've had that 1-2-3. No surprise, obviously. Euro yen and USD yen are not on here for me to take trades. They're on here for me to learn about the live market conditions. So it is a bit of a sacrifice for myself to add these bits on because I did take out other pairs which could shape up and I will be taking trades on. But in terms of just keeping my mindset there and really staying focused, just keeping my eyes on this and just really learning from it as much as I can. So essentially, yeah, it's looking really nice to go 1-2-3 within a 1-2-3. Wouldn't be surprised if we correct a little bit further, come up here, and then we do something. So I'm definitely going to be extra patient with that because I think with the yen pairs, I want to be looking for the JP225 and also the higher time frames to kind of all match up, and then I want them all to kind of align the way and then just kind of evaluate which one's the best one going off. I think there's going to be a lot of good opportunities, so definitely going to stay patient with that. But yeah, it's definitely looking nice. So going to be patient, and yeah, USD yen as well, same situation really. Larger 1, 2, 3 coming into this sort of very squeezing, impulsive, corrective channel over here, which comes into a structure. But once again, I would like to see a break below this zone, create a flag. Same with this situation. You know, I think at this point here, definitely be looking for sort of. I think it will be more structured on EJ than UJ. I think UJ will come in with strong impulsive movement, flag, and then sell off. But I think EJ might come in with some really decent structure. So EJ would definitely be one that I'm hoping to get some good trades on, but we'll have to wait and see. So that's it for Monday evening. Not really much, no trades today, but definitely a lot of lessons. So cool, thanks.